Hello, everybody. This is Pounding Rocks checking in, and I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Today is January 1st, 2021. It is very nice to get 2020 out from underneath us. I'm hoping for better things this year, but you never know. The craziness seems to have taken over everything. So I'm just going to hide in my shop for the next 25 years here and just churn out projects like this. So last year I made a State of the Fleet video, and it kind of had some predictions, and it also had some like updates on all the projects. So I figured I'd like to see what I actually accomplished this year, this year, 2020. I mean, what I accomplished in 2020 versus what I predicted. I want to talk about each project for just a bit, like a minute or so, and then also talk about some of the new things and some of the things that I lost over the year. 2020 started out really good. It was looking amazing, and then it just flopped. It just seemed like we just really couldn't get anything going that was consistent. I survived. I didn't lose the house or the barn or anything like that. As a matter of fact, in 14 days from today, I will be celebrating owning the house for 2 years. I've owned this house and this barn for 2 years. So I'm proud of myself. It hasn't been easy, but I think that I've made some serious headway over the last 2 years in terms of having just an empty barn that was used for skinning deer and turning it into a hot rod garage. So yeah, without further for me, let's start with the list here. Things that I got done in 2020 that I'm proud of. I actually got the supercharged V6 3.3 liter VG33ER and 5-speed manual transmission into a body swapped WD-21 Pathfinder pickup truck. That in itself is like, it was a dream. I talked about it in 2018, and 2 years later, it's a reality. I started running wiring a couple weeks ago. I'm running out to the junkyard tomorrow to get some additional parts, so I can finish up underneath the hood. I get the wiring run, everything plumbed, power steering set up, belts. We're so close. We're so close on that truck. There's just a few things a few differences that I didn't anticipate. So I got to run out, find myself an Xterra or a Frontier with a 3.3, and just start snagging a few small little odds and ends off of that. So that truck is on the up and up. Patches, just sitting right here next to me. This is Patches. This is a new truck series that I'm running. I'm probably about up to 7 videos now. This truck was the replacement for the Hyundai Sonata that I wrecked back in February when I hit a guardrail at about 75 miles an hour. I ended up breaking my finger and bruising a whole bunch of other stuff, and the car turned out to be not worth anything, just because I didn't have any like collision or comprehensive on the thing. So it paid out about $500 when it was all said and done. I took a few dollars. I went out and I bought this beast, and I drove this for about maybe 5,000 miles, and then it decided to blow the head gasket on me and overheat. So this has been the project for since I started tearing into this thing in about August, and just kind of working on it as I have time. So it's inside the shop here, and I have the head just about ready to go out to the shop. Where's the head? Oh, the head is over here, sitting on the floor. That's the head right there. I have to pull the camshaft out, and I have to pull the spark plugs out, and the engine machine shop is going to check it for pressure, make sure it's not cracked, and then give it a good decking. And that's going to probably happen this month, which I'm very excited about. That's going to be awesome. Pan around the shop just to show you guys how far I've come along with setting the place up. This has been quite a task here, getting everything laid out in a way where I can still work. I have room for 2 trucks in here. Usually I have my Go Fast mower in here, but since I'm doing engine work this year, I'm not going to be having that in here. That's in the other barn and everything. So yeah, Patches is going to have some head work done. I've got all the parts inside to do the head gasket and get everything bolted back down. And then hopefully she'll be ready to run in the next, she doesn't have to go anywhere until spring. So if I can get this done by early April, I'll be perfectly happy. This will have 240,000 miles on it with a brand new head gasket, brand new timing chain set up, everything cleaned up, tensioner, guides, the whole nine. This will be a great replacement for the next truck that I'm going to bring up here, which is the one that's sitting outside the window here. Let's see if I can move back here without killing myself. This poor beast, if you look behind me out the window, that poor beast right out there, that is Le Rouge, the red hard body with the roll bar. That poor baby, the frame broke back in, well, we seemed to lose everything in August. August I was going to replace the shocks, and that's when I climbed underneath it and saw that the shocks actually had ripped, shock bolt had ripped right out of the frame, and the frame was just completely hosed from front to back. It's too bad, but that truck has served me well for the last 7 years. I bought that in 2013, I think I bought that. Maybe 2013 or 2012. I think it was 2013 I bought that truck. And that was a manual transmission swap that had suspension work done to it, that had brake work done to it, had an axle swap. That truck was awesome. A lot of parts are going to find their way onto Patches over here because I hate to scrap that thing and not have saved all the good bits on it. Also, thoughts are that the Exopatho frame that's on the side of the barn over here, the blank, total blank slate, could end up being the next red truck. I could just swap the engine and transmission over and put the cab on it and just make it into another Pathfinder pickup. Food for thought there. Green truck was a daily driver for the most part this year. I didn't really do much to it. I don't even think, I may have done, I don't think I even did one autocross this year. I think that, I didn't do anything with this truck. I drove it and I enjoyed it. Then I parked it, covered it, and there it sits. So that's good news. This thing's still around. This will be, I bought this truck in 2008, so that will be 13 years of owning this truck. That's pretty awesome. Let's see, what else do we got? All right. So that takes care of the trucks. I'm actually now a Subaru owner. I bought a 2005 Toyota Sienna for pennies, and it was an awesome van, but it had 240,000 miles on it. I fixed it up, got it to pass inspection. I was driving it to and from work, but 80 miles a day is quite a bit to ask for a truck like that. So it ended up spraying a bunch of bits all over the thruway one day, and that's when I decided it's time to go. I actually made a little money on it when I traded it, and I now drive a 2017 Impreza 5-speed Sport sedan, and I love that car. So there's going to be some Subaru stuff on this channel maybe in the near future. All my friends and my girlfriend drive Subarus, so now I'm part of a really big club, I guess. We have lost a lot of great characters this year in the four-legged department. 2020, I mean. Back in May, I lost my baby girl, Athena, who I had for 12 years. She was 15. Ended up just old age caught up with her. We decided it was time to let her sleep and let her rest. So we lost her. My buddy Justin just lost his dog the other day, Bo. Bo is about 16 and a half years old. They've had him since he was 2, and old age and medical problems caught up to that poor boy. But he was a good boy. And then my other close friend, Steve, him and his girlfriend just put down their shepherd dog for old age and cancer, Tucker. All 3 of those dogs will be very fondly remembered. It touches me every time. I'm a dog guy. I love dogs. So, in happy note, I don't know if he's been on the channel yet. He may have been. It's hard to know because this dog is such an active animal that it's impossible to know where he is at any given time. But I adopted a dog back in August. He was a puppy. He was probably they say he was about a year old. I'd say he may be a little younger than that. He's just a maniac and very, very, very untrained dog. And because I have Jet, who I've had for 3 years as of last month, I decided to name the other one Benny. So I've got Benny and the Jet. I don't like the song. I'm not a fan of the song, but I thought it was funny because His name was Savage, and that's a terrible name for a dog. Anything like that. I don't like those kinds of names on dogs because it really, especially when you look at the personality of Benny. Benny is a dork. So Savage is really not appropriate because I can't picture him being Savage. He's just too goofy, just too ridiculous and too puppified to be that kind of dog. So Benny it is. So we lost 3. We added 1. There's always room for 2. I said that back in episode 8 of the Building a Street Truck Using Junkyard Parts series. And yeah, he's great. He's learning. He's definitely learning. He's a smart boy. One other cool project that I've got here that is completely unrelated to the trucks, but I really like doing these kinds of things. Let me drag this out of the dark here and put it in the light. Oh, we're going to be electrifying this barn, by the way. This barn this barn had power probably back in the 1950s, but it's all the power was removed, and it's still got evidence of it. You can see conduit running above my head here, but that power has been disconnected, and this barn was pretty much a dungeon when I first bought it. It was terrible. My realtor was really surprised that I was able to get done what I got done with this thing, so it's been awesome. It's working out very, very well, and I'm already filling it up. As you can see, this dungeon is now a full shop, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what I've done. It wasn't easy. Everything that happened to me in 2018 happened suddenly, and I was scrambling for a decent amount of time, trying to find a place, trying to find the right place. And so this is what I came up with. I like this a lot better than the old shop, even though the old shop had a lot of power in it and I could do a lot more things. I did order a power box for this thing, and my other barn, the little barn that's across the way, that has power, I never use it. So we're going to actually dig the power up from that barn and bring it over here, hook it up to a box, and I'm going to get more of these crazy 3-panel LED lights. I love these things. I'm going to have one in each corner because it really makes a hell of a difference. So looking forward to that. That's a spring project, but this is what good friends do for you. This was a Christmas gift, and it was the most unusual one that I've ever gotten, and I think it's totally badass because I'm going to clean this up. This is all just muck from sitting in the field, and I'm going to clean this up and make this look like it came off of a race car. But this is the trunk lid off of a Datsun 1200, probably early 70s. I'd say between 70 and 73. I'm not sure exactly what year, but he found it in a junkyard that we've been buying all kinds of stuff out of, like hubcaps. I've got, all kinds of crazy hubcaps. I've gotten all kinds of crazy logos, signs, stuff like this kind of stuff here. Old badges from the 50s and 60s and stuff like that. I mean, I've even got Terraplane stuff in here. I got Hudson Terraplane stuff just floating around in here, just decorating and stuff. I got Studebaker license plates. It's just crazy what we've been finding in that yard. So for Christmas, he got me that. It was a nice little surprise. He also got me a Subaru flag. So there's gonna be a Subaru flag hanging with all the other Nissan stuff that's in here. Yeah, plans for this year is finish Pathfinder pickup. I gotta finish it. I really think that I can get this thing done and at least do a test run by May. I would say if I keep working on it, all the pieces are falling into place. I just have little nitpicky stuff that gets in the way, and I'm just weeding through that. Green truck. The plan for the green truck is to lower it 1 inch more in the rear, and it's got a running problem. So it likes to start hard now. So I'm assuming that either this one's due for another timing chain, which I did the timing chain about 50,000 miles ago back in 08. Due for that, or it's got a leaky injector. We'll see what happens with that. Patches, obviously, is the replacement for the red truck. That's going to be my work truck. This is going to go around and just pick up parts, take trash to the dump, and we're going to take the dogs walking places because I can't put them in the Subaru. The Subaru is just too nice. It's too clean for dogs to be in it. So this will be the dog transport truck. Get that done. I really want to strip down the red truck and get all the good bits out of it. remove the cab, transfer that over, and at least set it on the Pathfinder frame. So at least that's happening. It may not be something I do this year. It's probably a future project and everything, but we'll see there. I got more decorations to hang, obviously. In terms of the shop, it just needs to be cleaned up a bit, cleaned up and organized. I got my VG33 Future 3.7 build underneath this plastic here. It's something I want to get done. This is the header, one of the headers for Pathfinder pickup. It needs a slight repair. I got to get that over to the shop so I can get that set up. I'm just weeding through all kinds of additional parts here to try and figure out what I can use, what I can't use, and just cataloging everything along the way. So it's been one busy, productive year, even though I feel fatter and lazier. I did everything I could, and hopefully 2021 is going to turn out to be way better, way more badass, way more things getting done. And hopefully you guys enjoy the stuff that I'm doing. As of right now, as shooting this video, I am about 13 subscribers away from 3,000 subscribers. 3,000. That's crazy. I remember when I got excited when I got 100 subscribers. So to say almost 3,000, that's wild. So, yeah, we're still part of the YouTube partnership program and everything. I'm trying to keep everything G-rated, trying to keep everything non-political, try to keep everything just, focused on the trucks in general and the shop in general. And so I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And let's have a great 2021, shall we? If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, just leave them down below, or you can always email me at nissanrallycrosstruck@gmail.com. I've gotten a lot of love on that email from people all over the country thanking me for helping them figure out things that aren't really being addressed out there. So I really appreciate that. And so if you got anything that you got a concern about, just let me know. And I think I'm going to do some spring cleaning this year. I really am. I think I got so many just parts that I'm not going to be using in the near future that I think I'm going to do some stuff on Instagram. I have a lot of Hot Wheels, Datsuns, and Nissans that I've collected for years. I'm probably going to throw those up there too and try and make some additional money so I can finish some of these projects. So thank you, everybody, and Happy New Year. Hopefully 2021 is a lot better for everybody. And Pounding Rocks checking in from the Pounding Rocks truck shop here. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I got a Pathfinder pickup video coming up soon. We're going to be doing some wiring, and that's going to be fun, and some bracketry. So thanks again. Take it easy. Bye now.